Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? It's Jeff Thompson from T48 Fitness. You got T48 segment right here coming to you. We're gonna be hitting the legs today. All right, sound good? And what we're gonna do is cycle through 2 leg exercises. One is called a curtsy squat, okay? And the other is a glute bridge. I'm gonna show you the first exercise now, which is the curtsy squat. Basically, what's gonna happen is you wanna end up reaching your back leg back and across and coming down until this leg, your front leg is parallel, your front thigh is parallel to the ground, and then you're coming up, all right? And same leg, just like this. Now we want to, as much as possible, keep our knee in line with our ankle, okay? And we want to make sure our weight is on our heels, all right? If your knees hurt as you do this, then again, just go down to where it doesn't hurt, okay? The second exercise will be a glute bridge, where you're focusing on, you're laying down, okay? Your heels on the ground, and you're focusing on pushing up through your glutes, okay? Here we go, curtsy squat. You guys ready? And go. Good, we're gonna stay on the same leg as we do this. All right? Trying to get that front leg parallel to the ground, okay? As we do that, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and good. Just like that. That was an excellent job. Now this is not a big cardio intensive workout, so you guys won't be too tired, but we're really gonna focus on getting those legs. Ready? And go.
Round 2.
Good. We're doing the same leg, the same way. We wanna squeeze our glutes as we do this. All right, now if you wanna add a hop to it, you can hop your way up from the bottom, just like that. But if not, and stop. You could have just stood right there, stay right there, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna do one more set for the road, okay? Same leg, and go.
Round 3.
Really working these quads here. As we do this, try to get that leg again parallel to the ground. You should start to feel in your quads. If you're doing it right and staying back on your heels, you should feel it slightly in your glutes. 1 and stop. Excellent job. Now don't get me wrong, it might get some of your heart rates up. That's not the main purpose here. We're gonna switch legs here. Got it, and go. Good, just like that. Now again, if some of you guys actually want to add weights or something in your hand that you're holding, totally fine to challenge yourself a little bit more. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Good work. All right, we got 2 more sets of this, and then we're going right into our glute bridge. Really focusing on working our glutes, which is our butt. Ready? Go. Good. Excellent job. It's not too intensive of an exercise, but we want to really get what we came here to get. Pushing up through that heel, and really hitting those legs. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Good, we got one more set. Got it in you? Yeah. Not too bad today. 2 seconds, you ready? And go. If you can, I want you to speed this one up. Staying back on those heels. Make sure the weight is on that heels the whole time. If you want to throw the jump in there, it's totally fine. And all you're doing right there is springing up until this leg is straight and off the ground. And stop. Good work, okay? Next thing is your glute bridge. You're laying on your back. And we're gonna have our feet off the ground, our heels on, and we're pushing up through our hips, and then back down. Good, your hips and your glutes should be locked at the top. If this is too easy, what I want you to do is just go to a single leg, pushing up through those glutes for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop. And what we're gonna do is if you did both legs, do that again. If you did single leg, we're gonna switch over to the other leg.
Round
2,
8.
1, and go. Good. Now, if this is too easy for you, you can place something actually right on your stomach, challenge you a little bit more, or you can place that other leg over top of the leg that's really producing that force, and stop. And there's your glute bridge. Excellent job today working those legs. What we're gonna do is just shake out those legs right now, and we're gonna have a quick stretch before we go into our time of devotionals. Now those are some pretty good exercises that you can do on your own. You guys can always add weight to that, whether it's dumbbells or jugs of water or just whatever kind of weight that you have around the house would be good resistance for those type of things. Woo! Balance is off today. Good, and we're just stretching out our quads. Biggest thing for 10 more seconds. So proud of you guys. You guys did it. Wasn't a hard thing, but we got it done. Excellent. Hope you guys would stay with me for another minute or two as we really focus on that promise of God today. Excellent job. Excellent job with the leg workout today. Today what we're going to do is we're getting into the book of Luke, which I'm excited about as we look at Luke chapter 9, verses 23 and 24. And I'm actually end up reading this through the Bible in my hand right here, NIV version. And this is Jesus talking when he gives this promise. And Jesus just talks about, kind of in this context, he predicts his death and just talks about, what it looks like to really follow Jesus as a disciple of Christ, And so he gives disciples kind of this warning, this promise for them to abide by. It says, then he said to them all, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross daily and follow me. Here goes the promise part. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will save it. And then he just goes on and just talk about, what good is it if you gain the whole world yet lose your soul, And so I think this is a cool promise that God really shares with these followers that we see so evidently today, as we see people, and all of us at one time were in that boat where we were trying to save our life, where we were trying to do things to make our life worth something, And so, we look at a lot of movie stars and people who have, had this expectation of arriving at that place of their life being worth something by chasing money, by chasing status, power, whatever. And they get there and it's just like, man, this ain't it, And they end up being let down, falling into, using drugs, killing themselves because it's just like, I tried to save my life myself and I didn't find anything. I couldn't do it, and I put in all this work, put in all this time, And I got there and nothing was there, And so Jesus kind of speaks to this and he says, whoever tries to save their life will lose it, and even, those of us who try to do all these good works and thinking like, oh man, like my good works are gonna make me right before God, It's just like, nah. Whoever tries to save their life will lose it. Then he goes on to give the promise of whoever loses their life for my sake will indeed find it. In the exact words that it ends up using. But whoever loses their life for me will save it. And so that's the promise of God. That I've come to find. And many, many believers across this world have come to find as they say, you know what, like my way is not where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Like my way is not the end goal. You know what I mean? Me satisfying myself is not where it's at. You know what I'm saying? And until they lost their life for Christ's sake, and said, it's not about me, it's about you, God. And so I give up my desire to satisfy me as an ultimate goal in my life, and from that have truly, truly found life, and find this abundant life that Christ came to give, that he talks about in John 10:10, and so yeah, that's my challenge for you, like really really trust that promise that if you lose your life for Christ, that you will actually end up finding it. You know, and that's my challenge, because I know that that Christ, this word is true because I've seen it in my life, you know, and I've seen it come to pass as I've really found my worth, my identity, everything in Christ, when I realized, man, it's not about you, Jeff. It's about life for Christ, you know. So that's my challenge for you guys. My prayer is that you find that and you rejoice in that and you delight in it and you boast in it and you just surround yourself and soak yourself in that, you know. So love you guys. Have a great day. Grace and peace.